All right. Washington football fans, aren't you glad we got football?
Yes, sir. Yes,
We've
sir.
been waiting all this time for football, and we started out a little raw, a little rough. Turned tail. We made it right the second game. Back on schedule. 1-1. We usually wish we were 2-0, but whatever. You know, this is long season, 17 games. Remember, we got that extra game this year,
which means that one didn't count.
It did. we got time to make it up. Listen, we're gonna get into some football today. We're gonna get into some basketball. But first of all, let's get it.
Idol looking like a clan fight. In D.C., it's hoods, memorials, and monuments. They protest and climb the White House fence, suckers. In D.C., decayed corpse, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back. D.C., it's taxation with no representation. Half the time the government out on vacation. And projects they still freebasing. Youngest need a leader. This shit nowadays, I gotta call the Masons. Slumps in the summer. Youngest on the corners be runners. Out of towners be straight up corners. In D.C., decayed corpse, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast.
All right, we back. Here we go. All right, football first. We're gonna talk about our loss, and we're gonna talk about our win. We're gonna keep it short because we know everybody has gotten over the first loss because we won the second game. That's
divisional game.
It's always the best way to go. You get over a loss with a win. Now,
Big Blue, doo-doo.
And that's their fault. That's their fault for getting on the schedule that early.
Hey, baby.
We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that. Now, we did lose to the Chargers. And I think, to me, that was more about the quarterback being hot. I mean, he was dropping dimes. There was nothing we could do. Third downs, first downs. I mean, this dude was throwing all over the place. Our defense was shaky when it came out. It felt like to me we wasn't getting no pressure. We wasn't getting no hype. We wasn't excited. We wasn't getting no push off the line. We wasn't getting nothing going on. But we did keep it close for a while. I mean, it was only 20-16. I mean, it wasn't like it was a blowout. And honestly, I think if Antonio Gibson didn't fumble that ball,
there it is.
I think we'd have won. If as long as we keep it out of B-Hops, hey,
Sugarfoot.
He is so 50-50, man.
He's 50-50. 1 minute. The Giant game proved that.
Yeah. What?
He's the 50-50 that you play in the club, but nobody ever comes up with the prize.
We edited that out. We can't
we edited that out. It's Jackson life in the DMV. So nobody get the prize.
Listen, that's a past life. Past life. We talking about this. We talking about the 50-50 raffles we used to have. Hey man, but listen,
you can have an iPod.
Hey man, we used to 50-50 TV.
Steve D.
We just had the box.
Hey, we ain't lying either.
Allegedly.
That's right, allegedly. We didn't take people. Hey, all right, listen.
Hey.
We know.
Hey, shout out to G's Nightclub. G's Nightclub.
Slow down. Everybody slow down.
Listen, that ain't one of the stories that we can tell right now.
Hey, man, this is where you splice that up, man. So you.
I ain't splicing nothing. We going right through.
Let's go. Let's go, Deacon. Talk it.
In the first game, we lost our starting quarterback. All right, Fitzpatrick went down with a hip injury, which I don't know what is true because I've heard a couple stories where they're saying that he had his hip hurt going down a water slide. Did y'all hear that?
No.
They said he hurt his hip on a water slide the day before.
Water slide? Wait.
At an amusement park or something.
Okay.
You trying to tell me that Fitzpatrick was up at Wild World and that's what you're trying to tell me. D.
I ain't trying to tell you nothing. I'm
Yes,
just
you
telling
are.
you what I
Yes,
read,
you are. You
what I
trying to
heard.
tell me that he was in there, dun, 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 dun. He was doing all of that before the game, man.
Gentlemen, they have an audio
Nah.
version of the injury. Regardless, Taylor Heine, he came in and spotted him just like he spotted Allen when he came in last year. Didn't do bad. It took him a minute to get hot. You know how he comes in and he was like cold, throwing it over 10 yards over people's head. But the more the game came on, the more he came on. And I think what his thing is, and this is probably why they says that he's not a practice player, is because he needs to be in trouble.
Running for his life.
Yes, he needs to be doing something. Just
That's
random.
you, Deacon. That's you.
No.
You say it all the time. You say that he need to be running for his life for him to perform. That's you.
Am I wrong?
All right, and if you think about running and all that, I promise you, you're not going to make it. All right, I'm a lot faster than you think.
Run.
Well, he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, that's what you call him out, playmaker.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. That's what he did for that's how he beat the Giants, right? He was a playmaker.
No doubt.
So let's give him some credit now. All right, the young man under extreme circumstances. I mean, you got to think about it. You know, thrust into the playoff game, thrust into this situation game. He showed up. And so with that being said, what did he get? Like 300 yards? Didn't he throw? He was throwing a rock. Yeah. So
no practice.
Any quarterback that get a 300-yard game.
No practice.
With the receivers that we got, which is still one right now. We're gonna bring that up a little later. Yeah, I'm not gonna be too mad at him. I mean, we look for pedigree all the time, but sometimes when the talent shows up, it shows up. So you got to get credit is due. I hope that the coaching is now geared around coaching around him and not say what
has to be.
Totally different quarterback. Here's the thing about the history of Washington. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we tend to surprise and say, hey, you know, we were just holding plays for Fitz to come back. So I just hope that they realize, like, hey man, look, we're going in against Buffalo. We 1-4, 1-5 with Buffalo the last couple of games. They've been kicking out behind too. They got a team. We gotta just run some plays for this young man. I think I said it last time. I know the brothers were like, man, he's too fragile, but it's all in how you call that play. Get his feet moving. Their defense is going to have to account for it, and hopefully we'll be able to free up a Humphreys or free up who's the other guy we got out there, Brown, to make sure that they can get some touches too, and that everybody's just not keying on Terry because
because Terry, I mean, in the Giants game, what do you call it, 11 balls over 100 yards.
Terry, that was one of his biggest games, man.
Yeah, they were eyeing Terry for that game, and that's kind of, I guess that it goes with the flow of the game. Man, if he's beating this guy, man, feed him the ball.
He's a superstar. Now, that's a playmaker, Al. Terry.
That is. Hey, we got to run the ball more, man. We got to run the ball.
Did y'all see that interview? I saw this online with Fitzpatrick said that my main man, Scott Turner, does not like to call audibles at the line of scrimmage. Yeah. That he likes to run the play that he calls.
Same thing.
And Fitzpatrick didn't care for it. As a matter of fact, on that touchdown that McKissick ran in, that was an audible that it worked. And you know, I'm gonna talk to Scott Turner. We go bowling on Friday, but we got to be able to call audibles in the NFL, baby. When you come to the line of scrimmage, you got to be able to call an audible. When you see that blitz coming, you got to call an audible. You know,
you got to be able to trust your quarterback at the line. Yeah. Man. You got to trust what he's seeing.
Well, Fitzpatrick is a 10-year vet or whatever. And he didn't want 17-year vet. He didn't want Fitzpatrick to call an audible. Yeah, he was, and that was one of the things that Fitzpatrick said he was struggling with, not being able to call an audible at the line of scrimmage when he sees the defense to get into the proper play. You know, and when I understand that Scott Turner likes to, go by his script. And that's not NFL winning football. So I'm hoping that Scott, like I said, I got to meet him going bowling on Friday. We're going to talk about that. We got to get
You
that
said
straight.
you was going bowling this weekend.
No, it's Friday. It's Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
So I want you to back up, do a rewind. What did you say, Al? That is not a what?
It's not a winning formula in the NFL. You got to be able to call an audible at the line of scrimmage when the defense is not what you thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, Heineke actually called audible.
Yeah, well, Heineke has had enough time in this playbook and in this system to be able to call audibles at the line. I mean, you can give him one or two audibles. You know what I'm saying? If you do this, go to this, that, go to that.
Hot read, call it hot read or something. You know
something. I just hope he audible to some more runs.
Like I said, me and Scott, we bowling on Friday. We're gonna talk about it in a little more serious about that. That's not a winning formula in the NFL. That's just
now is the bowling alley a good place to talk football?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's kind of loud sometimes. I'll just ask him because Friday is usually Friday night lights.
Oh yeah.
You turn the lights down, you turn the lights up on the
half the bowling alley is where I can bring my family. The other half is Al actually bowled down 3 different lanes. He's like, goes to the next lane. It's like he takes an average of his score. He don't really.
Hey,
what's up, baby?
You do your deep dive this week, man?
Let's do that. What we say, deep dive, baby. I'm ready. Deep dive time, baby.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Deep dive. And today's deep dive is going to be on the defense. The Washington defense and also the Buffalo defense.
Okay.
It's a big difference. It's a very big difference. Now, the Washington defense is highly rated. Lots of number 1 picks. Supposedly, we're supposed to be top 5 defense in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, when I did my deep dive, we're not quite the top 5. We make plays, we have some good talent, but we're not quite deep dive. We're not quite the top 5 defense. But that Buffalo defense is the top 5 defense, and we're gonna have to play against them. But what I do like about our defense is that my man Allen in the middle is playing some good ball now. My man Allen in the middle is playing good ball. So that is good. My man Washington is playing some decent ball, even though he was toast on one play by my man, Giants got him in one play. But he's playing some pretty deep ball, some good ball. And your boy St. Jude, the rookie, is not playing bad. Unfortunately, our linebacker crew is not the best. Our rookie Davis, only the last game against the Giants, he only played about 15 snaps. That is not enough snaps for him. And in a lot of instances, the linebacker crew, there was only one linebacker out there, Holcomb. Everybody else was on the bench. They had your boy Collins playing linebacker, or playing like a linebacker type position.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Unfortunately, our linebacker crew just could not on the pass. They didn't have. I don't think Big Jack, and they have confidence in our linebackers covering people, because they actually had Collins playing like a linebacker type position with Holcomb, and which was weird. And also, I want to share a shout out to Chase Young, man. Hey, we all know you got a quick first step. We all know you got that one little outside move, but you gotta have some counter moves to go with the outside move, Chase. You gotta have an inside rush. You gotta have something, a counter move, a bull rush or something. Because right now, that one move, everybody's figured it out. That one little outside move, everybody's figured out. You playing good ball, but you gotta have a counter move. Also, Collins, even though he played a lot, he's looking a little slow out there, which he didn't look fast before he got hurt. He's looking even slower now, so we need to get some more speed out there a little bit. He looks slow out there. But that's what got me. Davis, the rookie, has to be faster than Collins. Has to be right now because Collins is playing a lot of pass downs like a linebacker position, but he looks slow. So we need Collins to do a little bit better. And also, unfortunately, we're not doing the read option play at all. We don't know how to cover the read option play.
Thank you.
We cannot. I mean, Jones is not a great athlete, and he killed us on the read option.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, we cannot get pressure for a 4-man line. Unfortunately, with my man Chase doing one move, the outside move, and they double team and Sweat, and only one that's getting any pressure is Payne in the middle. The quarterback has too much time to set his feet, and even a guy like Jones kind of embarrassed us, kind of torched us a little bit. And Jones is not a quality quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's been proven not to. Anybody he plays well is us.
Right.
So, and we made this guy Herbert look like a superstar, and when he played the Dollars this last week, he didn't look as good as he did against us. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is that we're going to have to use our linebackers and our safeties to put more pressure on the quarterback. We can't allow.
How can we do that?
We're going to have to blitz. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say this, though. Now, when I look at the Buffalo defense, a lot of less names on their team, but an excellent scheme. They play a 3-deep zone scheme with blitzing with it. It's a zone blitz that they like, especially in the first quarter, first 2 quarters, they coming. You don't know who's coming. And unfortunately, when they played Miami, which I believe is a pretty decent team, they knocked out their quarterback and almost knocked out the second-string quarterback, Brissett. So, and they shut him out. I think it was 35-0. That defense was playing. And what they do is they bring that heat, especially those first 2 quarters. They do not let the quarterback get any rhythm at all, no rhythm, by bringing that heat. They don't let the quarterback set his feet at all. Mm-hmm. So I think that we should watch their defense and kind of emulate them a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Trey Z, what's your question, big boy?
Not a question. It's a statement.
What's the statement?
Well, I'm right. And I told y'all that's what we needed to do last year and again this year. If the quarterback is running, make the quarterback beat us running. That's all I'm saying. All I can do is sit there and smile and go, wow, that's an amazing quarterback. Look at the talent that they have on their team. But if he's running, he's going to have to do a lot to make those completions, to hand the rock off, and just to, not have, conniptions at night because of those terrors of Washington just coming at him. I mean, that's what you got to do.
Well, and unfortunately, in today's NFL, even the average quarterback like Jones, or below average quarterback like Jones, if he sets his feet and get his feet right and feel confident, he's going to throw a pretty accurate pass.
Correct.
So unfortunately, we're going to have to generate more pressure. Even on the short game, when they run the short game, we got to generate more pressure. Secondly, when I did a deep dive on the defense, we're not as tackling as the best that we could. We got it. Are we going to play man-to-man, or are we going to play a lot of zone without blitzing? When they throw that ball and complete it, we got to put that wide receiver down immediately. We cannot let him break 2 and 3 tackles and get them extra yak. So, now maybe as time goes on, we get better tackling as the year goes on. But I just feel like that Big Jack he's going to have to change up his scheme a slight bit and maybe emulate Buffalo a little bit. Because Allen, Buffalo's quarterback, will embarrass us if we let him set his feet. He's going to really embarrass us because he is an excellent quarterback. He's a top 5, top 7 quarterback. He's not Herbert. He's definitely not Jones. He can run. He's not going to fall down when he's running. He can run.
He's going to be our first test for real.
You know what I'm saying? And he's going to throw an accurate pass. So we got to get pressure this week because he will embarrass. He embarrassed Miami, and Miami has a pretty fast team, and he embarrassed them. And he will embarrass us too.
They beat the Patriots.
And they beat the Patriots. So this team right here is going to be a good test for our defense. We're going to have to play better as defense. Chase Young will have to be a superstar, get a third or fourth move. You only got one move, that's to the outside. Sweat's gonna have to be able to beat that double team. Payne got to do a better job of pressuring, and we're gonna have to blitz. We're gonna have to blitz Holcomb, blitz Collins. We gotta have people coming.
Yeah.
And put some confusion in the quarterback's eyes. Right now, everybody knows where we're gonna be at, and when you see Jones torch us the way he did, that was embarrassing, actually.
I didn't like that. Al don't mention that about 19. Al said, Jones is a scrub, y'all. You don't understand. Why is this scrub whipping our behinds? Al cannot let that go.
That's crazy right there.
Technically, he is a scrub.
But I'm concerned about Allen. I'm concerned about some of these upcoming quarterbacks that we're going to be playing in the future here.
Yeah.
If we don't get them to get off their, have them moving around and be some concerned about that rush, they're going to eat us alive, And unfortunately, I was watching little highlights of practice today. Your boy Heineke had a little sleeve on his arm, on his leg, and he was kind of limping. He's not, already. You know what I'm saying? So he after the practice, he did a little interview. He said he had a little bruise on his hamstring or something like that. That's why he had the sleeve. He was limping. So, my thing is he's a small guy. He's a playmaker. But if he gets hurt, that means we in real trouble. We in real trouble. If Heineke goes down, because we don't want the next guy coming in.
No. Hey, listen.
Who? Cam Newton?
It doesn't surprise anybody that this dude may be limping. He put on 15 pounds of muscle, they say, but muscle don't keep you from getting injured. Knowing how to take a hit in the NFL keeps you from getting injured. Knowing how to get down when you're supposed to get down keeps you from getting injured.
Well, when the interview, he said he got leg whipped. Somebody leg whipped him in his thigh and bruised it real bad. So he got a contusion in his thigh. So that's why he had the sleeve on and he was limping.
Tell it to your mama.
Oh. Okay, hold on. I need a couple seconds. Hold on, guys. Just gotta stretch my leg and my ankle because it's injured and I'm limping.
You can't keep getting hurt and then saying you have a reason for getting hurt. That just means you get hurt all the time. It means the only time you get hit, you have.
My thing is to critique Heineke, he is a playmaker. He's a gamer. He threw he threw a couple good passes. That one pass to that tight end was an excellent pass.
Excellent.
I would say that he is the best we have on the roster at this point.
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do? You got to go with the man. And I always tell you, I'm about the number one quarterback. Right? Right now he's the number one quarterback. So I'm all for Heineke. He's a playmaker. He may not be in there long. He might not be able to sustain a whole year. But right now, he might be what we need to get us over the hump to get to where we need to go to in the next 5 games. I don't know how, I don't know how long he's gonna stay in the game, but our offensive line isn't structured to the point where we can just hold off defensive lines. So we need somebody who can move. Fitzpatrick wasn't that guy. Al said he came in looking like he was 50. So he can't move around like Heineke can move around. And then Heineke moves around like he's in trouble. Like he runs from the cops. So we need that right now. And the defensive line, it stepped up in that second game, but they need to make another move because, like Al said, Allen is a good quarterback and he's mobile. And they got good wide receivers as well. They got Emmanuel Sanders. They have
Cole Beasley,
who's top 100.
And then they got Diggs.
And Diggs. So he has people to throw to. And that offensive line, I was watching the game against Miami, and the offensive line held up pretty good. I think they can be got, though. They didn't look like they was a world beater to me. So our defensive line has to step up. Now, I wasn't impressed with their defense. Al, you say they're good defense, man. I wasn't really impressed with their defense. Their line wasn't getting a whole lot of push without the blitz. Now, they blitz you all day long, but you can beat the blitz by being prepared for the blitz.
Is that coaching? Is that coaching, Deacon?
What he has
prepared for the blitz.
And listen, if he saw this, if Scott Turner saw the same game I saw, he should be prepared for the blitz.
Okay.
Hot reads,
right?
Audibles at the line.
Right on.
We got to be ready for that, man. This is a surprise. This is game 3. This is not a surprise. They showed in the first 2 games that they will blitz you all day long.
That's right.
Now, the good thing about them blitzing like that is they can get guys on their show because their middle linebackers are not good cover guys. They're good run stoppers. And
the Logan Thomas game. It's a Diame down the left side game. It's a game right here. If, like you said, if they prepare. Yeah. And so, again, those of you who are watching right now, DMV Sports 3, we try to bring you great content. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And also understand that if you do, and those that have been watching, you know that this is the year of the coach. We all agree that we know what we have as far as talent. There's been an improvement on the team. We have to now see the coaching. And so if they are prepared, Mr. Deacon, if they're prepared, Mr. Al, then we should see a difference. And that is not the players, that's the coaching. And I want to see it. Because next time we talk, if they didn't prep, we're going to hear it from this side of the screen.
Hey, shout out to Ed Oliver. Apparently he'll be playing this week for Buffalo.
Hey, man, you left us, man. How you lead the squad? Hey, man, forget this. I know what my bread is buttered on. No, I'm playing. We all know that Ed Oliver. Shout out to Ed Oliver, man. He has an awesome Washington football and Wizards show. He is the real Ed Oliver, not the one.
Yeah. But the good thing about Buffalo's defense as well is that they wear down. With all that blitzing, they wear down in the second and the fourth quarter. Because every time I saw Miami driving, man, it was either the fourth quarter or the second quarter.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and that's
look at you. The second mini deep dive. He did a baby pool dive. Look at that. He had his feet in there like
that's my say as I see it. So,
but Deacon, do you think that the Washington football team to imitate some of what Buffalo does with that blitzing?
Yeah, I think we have to blitz.
Because it does work.
We've shown up to this point that we can't get to the quarterback consistently enough right now not to blitz, and we can't let this guy sit back like the dude. We can't sit back and let this dude pick us apart because then he will. And he, like I said, he's mobile and he's kind of fast too. Because I seen him do a read option where he ran down about 30 yards. Yeah. So we don't need that no more. If nothing else, at the end of every practice, they need to be going over RPOs.
Right. Defense do because he runs RPOs too.
Yeah,
he runs them. And he's fast. He's athletic. He's gonna kill us.
Absolutely.
He's not Jones.
Yeah. And they will throw a lot of short passes too. He throws a lot of to the backs as well. Yeah. And I'm not really scared of their backs. Their backs weren't really doing anything to me. If there wasn't a hole, they wasn't really doing anything.
You know what though, Deacon? What I saw Buffalo is, I mean, they don't have a lot of names besides Diggs. They don't have a lot of named players, man, but they're actually well coached, man. And their coach came from Carolina. The coach came from Carolina. Yeah. So our coach should know their coach. He should know how he like to play because the guy is a derivative, comes from his tree. Mm-hmm. So we should have a leg up against Buffalo this game because their coach comes from Carolina. You would think.
What you got going on? Are you happy with the blitzing?
I'm excited. You're only a year late, but that's all right. This is great. I'm tearing up over here. You finally see what I'm talking about. If we're gonna build a franchise around the defense, then build it. And by doing that, it's a mosh pit. It is a aggressive D. If there's anybody blitzing and got beat by the blitz, it should be Washington. It shouldn't be we so scary. Oh my God, if they do that, they're gonna throw it deep. And we're gonna let them throw it deep. But you know what? The quarterback needs to be picked up off the ground. There needs to be some individuals that were like, whoa, man, did you see what happened? Because Washington, man, everybody has, if the running back catches the ball in the flats, I need to see everybody there. I need to see Payne there. I need to see everybody there. I need to see everybody to the ball. And that's the kind of defense, man, that builds a franchise around the defense. Not this little, we so scary. What are they thinking? Maybe they're thinking that we're thinking, and they're thinking that we're thinking that they're thinking. And that's what they do.
What did he say?
Maybe they're thinking that we're thinking, and they're thinking that we're thinking that they're thinking. And then we lose anyway. So let's bring it. You got to bring it, man. And they got to be like, oh, and we got the people to bring it. And where's my man, DeShazier? See, DeShazier get on the field, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. He's going to show everybody.
DeShazier knocks himself out, man. Every time he gets on the field.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
He get one play
in there, and he got suspended. It's inspired the D. It has something to inspire him. That's his job. His job is to go, y'all don't understand what balls out mean. Let me show you. You snap this ball. I got a blitz. Okay. And he's coming. It's nothing. It's nothing, man. So
Deacon, I'm gonna ask you a question with my man.
Don't cut me off, Big Al. I'm enjoying it.
Hey, because he's going on and on about this blitz. 12-man blitz, 12-man blitz, 12-man blitz.
I bet you. Hey, so hold up. Let's look at
see, Big Trey he's one of those guys that would do a zero blitz. He would do a zero.
I would do it at least once. I probably would. I'd be like, what? Shut up.
Hey, like I used to play a video game with this cat. Hey. Zero blitz. No, send everybody.
Hey, look, but here's the thing. The thing is that when we did blitz, I could tell you those times, man. And that's the sad part. I could tell you those times because it was still infrequent. But when they did it, it disrupted the play. Right. The data's there. And so that's all I'm saying. So if it works, let's not stop. So Al, I agree with you. Deacon, I agree with you. But you both.
Well, Deacon, I'm gonna ask you a question, Deacon, on the defense before we move totally on Buffalo. What can we do with the linebackers, man? Because seriously, they played the Washington football team played one linebacker, Holcomb, for you know what I'm saying. Well, and we got a first-round pick that has all the muscles and the speed.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying?
You got to play him. You got to play. Listen, these guys do a lot of back outs. We got to have some speed to get these guys. We can't be worried about them running up the middle. That's got to be the offensive line shutting that thing down, man. These guys are more about throwing short passes and getting down the field, 10, 12 play drives. So if we can get this guy understanding who he has coming out of the backfield, and he's a good run stopper too. He just has to have time on the field. So put him on the field. I'd rather have him getting his lumps now than when we get into later this season, when we jumping into the NFL East side of our schedule. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's get him in there. Let him get his lumps and bruises or whatever, because he has the speed. This is the first round draft pick. All first round draft picks are playing around the NFL, man. Why isn't ours? Let's get him in there. It's not like Boston is that much better than him.
No, they had Boston out too. They realized Boston ain't that good either. They had basically just had Holcomb out there, man.
Well,
and Collins. And Collins looked slow.
Yeah, well, PFF had our boy scheduled as one of the highest linebackers when he was in there.
Right.
So he was doing good in the play. He only played like 15 plays, but he was in there. Huh?
When he was in there, he had quality ball game. Yes.
Yeah. So we got.
I seen him make some plays. Now he made a couple plays when he was in there.
Yeah. I saw him clog the hole up one time.
I saw him make a nice tackle on the running back coming out of the backfield.
And the reason why we need him in there along with Holcomb, and then I'm not saying Holcomb's the best, but he has speed, so he has some makeup speed, is that Cole Beasley is a professional slot. And they throw to him when he can get open on third. That's where he go on third downs. He goes Cole Beasley in the middle somewhere off of a linebacker being checked. So I'm saying, so we need him to have speed on the linebacker side. So it's no way around it. He's going to kill Boston. They're going to kill Boston. So we got to
kill Collins. He's going to kill Collins. I'm telling you, Collins is. I took a deep dive. Collins is a professional football player, so he made some plays. I'm not saying he was terrible, but he looked slow.
Well, that's the back end though. I don't suspect we're going to have.
Well, what was happening is Collins was allowing Washington.
He's dropping down to the.
Yeah, he's coming in the box.
Yeah,
well, he was jumping into the box, and that's how your boy, what's your boy name to play slot cornerback was getting beat so bad.
Fuller,
and Washington was like. It was supposed to be like a double team or whatever, but Collins was like dropping in the box. He was sucking up to the run. You know, he was kind of freelancing a little bit, and it made the DBs look bad. You can when you look at the deep dive, you take a look at it, you can see what Collins is doing, man. If they do like a fake run, Collins is running up there like he blitzing or something. And he's not moving fast. You know what I'm saying? So when he realizes it's a pass, he's trying to get back, but he's moving so slow that they beat.
It may be time to put Cameron Curl and Cleek Hudson back there and just go with the young guys. Yeah. Is Cleek Hudson a safety? Or was he a corner?
I thought he was a linebacker.
Cleek Hudson is a linebacker, but he's a lot faster than Collins.
Our middle just did not improve as much as we liked it to.
Bobby McCain.
Yeah, Bobby McCain was out there too. They was mixing them in. Bobby McCain and the other dude, what's the other good young guy we playing? They were switching off and on, going back and forth.
McCain and Curl.
Yeah, McCain and Curl was Bobby McCain. They were playing one or the other, but I think both of them need to be out there at the same time, to be honest with you.
I mean, if he's going that slow.
That goes back to coaching. Del Rio, what you gonna do?
He's like I said, he's on the hot spot too.
All of them.
For everybody. You get a hot seat. Everybody gets a hot seat this year. All right, so who we got? We got winners, John. Yeah, we got winning.
Who we playing at? We playing in Buffalo?
Playing in Buffalo. It's early though. It's not gonna be cold. It's early in the season.
Man.
All right, I'm gonna be honest.
Talk about it.
I don't see us winning this one. I don't believe that we're going to do the adjustments. And it's not that, a lot of the fans, oh my God, yeah, I want them to win and hope I'm wrong, but I just don't necessarily see the adjustments being made that I need to see with confidence. So with Buffalo doing what they normally do, I see us. This is probably a loss. I really thought that the San Diego, but the LA game, first game with the Charge, I thought we should have won that. And if it wasn't for the fumble, we would have. I believe that was my win. But I already had in the beginning of the year us taking the L to Buffalo.
Big Al.
Well, I mean, I'm concerned by watching the Miami game. And like you said, D, you're right. Towards the second half, Buffalo tired out. But that first half, Miami's offensive line is a little more seasoned than our offensive line. And I'm concerned about Heineke, too, making it through the game. Because
don't say that, Al.
Well, the reason why I said that, Buffalo put out Miami's quarterback, Tua. Yeah. And both of them kind of like the same kind of fragile guys. Tua's kind of fragile. And unfortunately, Heineke is a little fragile, too. So I'm hoping that my man Scott Turner, like I said, me and him going bowling. We're gonna talk about the sprint draws. We're gonna talk about the quick screens. We're gonna talk about rolling Heineke out. We're gonna talk about Heineke be able to check out the play, move the hot read, because Buffalo gonna blitz. I don't think Buffalo's seen our offensive line. See, we got a rookie right tackle. Who didn't play bad against the Giants, too, by the way, I'm going to say that.
Cosby's a pro.
Cosby's a pro, but he's still a rookie. And I'm thinking they coming. Buffalo going to come. Now, that's my fear. So saying all of that, if my man Scott Turner makes the adjustments, we're going to be competitive. If he doesn't make the adjustments, so.
You're on the fence.
I'm on the fence. I'm going to say Buffalo and Buffalo going to win this one. With us, though, playing a good game, though. I think that we're going to come up, we're going to improve, we're going to play a good game.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm the only one that's going to pick a win. I am picking a win. This is why. And like I said, we watched the Buffalo game, and the reason why Tua got hurt in that first quarter is because they were not picking up the blitz. Not only was they not picking up the blitz, they didn't pick up the end coming off. I mean, these dudes were running free. free shots at the quarterback. And as much as people may love Tua, he ain't that mobile and he ain't that great. So they were missing him. Even Kobe Brissett, when he came in, they were just free running off the edges. So I'm not sure what they were thinking. Hopefully, like I said, our coaches are watching these game films and they see. I think our tackle is better. I think Cosme will pick up that edge rusher. It's up to Heineke, though, to pick up the blitz and set up the protection. He has to be able to set that protection up and know where to go with the ball within 2 seconds. He's got to get it out of his hand. But I think he can. Because like I said, he plays better scared. And when these guys are running off the edge free, I think he knows where to go with the ball or run. So
instinct.
That's right. I think that's his game. That's his whole game, man, is breakdown. That's when he's the best. So I'm picking the win. I'm thinking we're going to pick the blitz up or we're going to run some screens on them because they love the blitz. You run the screens are great on blitz.
No bubble screens to Humphreys.
No bubble. I'm talking about real screens. Real screens, man. Real screens. Dump off in the middle. Have Gibson or McKenzie. This might be a big game for McKenzie. Because this is when the backs are making their money. When you have a free rusher on the edge, that means that, the hot spot is right behind them. Anyway, I'm picking the win. I think we're going to get this game. I think that Buffalo is ready to be got. They got the first game. They only 1-1, so are we.
So
that's right.
So that's the world beaters. I think we can get them. Now, before I looked at the game, I was like, I don't know if we're going to win this one, man. Buffalo tough. But as I watch, and like you said, they do play a good team scheme. They got Micah Hyde, who's a pretty good player. That's really all they got on defense. Yeah. Everybody else plays together, which is hard. That's up. But if we can continue drives, 10-play, 11-play drives, get down there because they have like a bend but don't break defense. Just keep throwing it out there until we get to what we need to get to, man. I think
dink and dunk time. Is that what you're saying?
Dink and dunk time.
Listen,
we had Smith.
I called his name. He's the first one, folks, to call out the name of the guy. That guy. Yeah, the guy that talked bad about the organization. Yeah, you thought,
you gonna have to play like him this
You had to drink that down. Yeah.
That's what's gonna be open, man. So if we can stay in front of the chain. Stay in front of the chains, man. We can get this win. We can.
Dink and dunk. Let's dink and dunk.
Are we gonna play the water bug this game? The water bug gonna be out there?
They signed a new running back this week.
Did they?
Yeah, from the Texans.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't a starter, I don't think. But they signed. Yeah, he wasn't a starter. He obviously wasn't playing nobody. But they did sign another running back this week, which was. I don't get it, but whatever. And he's a bigger back, so maybe they were just trying to make sure that we can get these 1 yards. Because we couldn't bring Barber back because he's with the Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah.
Yeah, so
he got some playing time against the Raiders too. Short yardage.
He got 1 yard. He got that 1 yard.
Did he get it? Did my cousin get it? My cousin.
It's like having a pinch hitter. He knows his role. You come in, you pinch hitting, you know how to do it. You know how to come in and get that 1 yard, man. So maybe that's why they brought another runner.
Maybe they know that Patterson, as much as great as he is, can't pick up no blitz. And so maybe that's what they were looking at.
Because this week is going to be about blitzing too.
It's going to be about blitzing, so maybe that's what it is.
And I don't know if he's on the practice squad or the regular squad right now, so I just know they signed him.
Well, I saw an interview with Heineke. He said last week he had 1 half practice with the starting team, and he threw for 300 yards without, no practice basically. So this week, Heineke's been practicing 2 or 3 days with him. He had his timing should be better with the receivers. Hopefully, we can get, the tight end going. We can get Brown going. You know what I'm saying? And get Humphreys going to go along with Scary Terry. So Heineke did well for no practice, man. He had actually no practice.
The legend, Al. The legend.
Hey, let me read you something that just popped up on the wire. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Robert Griffin III says he wants to keep playing. Would love to return to the Washington football team.
I heard that was shtick. I heard that was some bull job, man.
I saw him on ESPN last weekend. He worked for ESPN.
No, I said shtick, not that word.
That was
I heard it was shtick. I heard it was shtick. It means.
I don't want to be the only one in this person.
No. You trying to pull me in? I think I did drop one during the live show, but you gotta watch the live show, folks. It's funny. But anyway,
which everybody's invited to. You're welcome
all the time. Come on.
I think Robert need. No, I think Bobby need to stay on ESPN, man. College sports.
Yeah, he's done. And you're right, that might be shtick. Oh yeah, listen, I'm sure he'll take the paycheck.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. These aren't small checks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know, man. It might be fun to see old Robert get behind the line. Who got number 10?
We did a running quarterback. You see, probably slow as Collins now.
Oh man, Robert get out. He's so rusty and old right now, boy. He be like, all right. But just to see it, just to hear what the fans gonna say, and remembering those moments. Because we talk funny about him now, man. But he was the man.
That first year, Bobby was like that, boy.
Man, we don't talk bad about Bobby on DMV
right.
Sports.
Not here.
We're realistic though. We're realistic, and so we're not gonna sit here and start inviting them back. But at the end of the day, if something worked out, they worked it out, whatever like that. I'll be the first one to go, man, that's crazy. But I want to say, let's go, Bobby, let's go.
We love you, but when you pack your bags, we lock the door behind you.
Hey man, we do that all the time. We shut the doors. Like my man Sprinkle. Did Sprinkle play yet?
He got Cowboys.
Yeah, no, that Cowboys.
Huh? He got cut from the Cowboys. Cowboys cut him.
Oh, I thought he was special teams with Cowboys.
No. They cut him. Did anybody pick up our broke down running back we had? Bryce Love.
Nah, he's still out there.
Bryce Love gonna get signed back to the practice squad. Watch what happens.
Hey, we didn't need to go back and get him. We got this guy. Whoever that is.
Hey, what happened to Geis? What happened to Geis? Did he get signed?
He's still out. Nah, he's still out there. He gotta get through his court.
Yeah, nobody's gonna touch that. Like Watson gonna touch that right now.
And Watson might be hot now too, in mind, because they were talking about him going to Miami. So since Tua just got hurt in the ribs, I don't know. Kobe Brissett looks all right though. He's a professional quarterback. He does a lot of starts.
Yeah, Brissett's solid.
Anyway, let's get out of here, John.
Where we going? We rolling out, man. We getting out of here.
Man. It's early. Let's go get some early rise.
Al gotta go to the alley. Big Al going to the alley, man. Go on, Big Al. Go on, man. Grab your keys. Get this thing right, man. We counting on you, man. Counting on you, man.
Hey, baby.
Get it right.
Hey, baby.
All right, John.
All right, DMV Sports. We see y'all, man.
Listen, fellas. I put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. And my stomach is a pain. See you walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Try to stand, but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? Anybody can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow. He got me staring out the window. Which gonna stop for a sign. That's the reason why. Oh, yeah. Hey, see you. Hey, Marlon, you sexy boy. Hey, oh no. When I see you. Hey, fellas, listen. I scribble X and O's on my notebook. Checking how my hair and my nails look. I feel myself up in the zone. I get nervous when you call. Say I'm not home. See your face. I hear my favorite song. Should I send an email at home? I wonder if you know, or do you have a clue?